Hello and welcome back to Always Right with me, your host, Charlie Wright. Today I'm here with Stephanie.
Hello. How are you, Chaz?
I'm amazing. How are you? Are you happy to be here?
I am. I'm pumped on a Sunday morning when we just lost an hour the night before, but that's all right.
Yeah,
You know?
I didn't even realize that it was daylight savings until you told me.
Yeah, I was like, Charlie, we have to schedule this an hour later because I need my beauty sleep. So, um, but no, it was good. Still had
Yeah.
that good Sunday morning
How's
sleeping.
work going? You don't have to say
Work's going,
exactly where you work, but just
yeah, work's going good. Obviously with COVID, it's all from home, so it's a bit different, but yeah, things are going well. Um, Studying, it's my last semester, so
yes, that's right.
party. Very excited about that. But yeah, everything's going pretty good. Yeah, I couldn't have
Wait, so you haven't been
quite.
into the office at all?
Um, no, not since we've reached stage 4. So stage
Right.
4, everything has had to shut down. So yeah, everything's at home, and yeah, we're just trying to change things up so we can get it all done at home. And yeah, it's working. It's working really well. So yeah, I think it's
That's
been
good.
good.
But do you have a date of when you're going to go back into the office, or you don't know?
No, so it's very unknown. I guess it depends on the numbers and
Yeah.
um, what the government released on the 19th of October. So fingers crossed that we can, because I really miss that social interaction, like in the office, and being able to talk to people. And
Yeah, I can
um,
imagine.
yeah, it's good from home, but I like that social interaction.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I just
it is.
need to like socialize with people. I'm just so bored of being at home.
Same. I really miss friends and catching up with
No.
them, and the 5Ks. Obviously, we can't see each other, so it gets a little bit hard. But
No.
what
Uh,
about what about you, Chaz? What have you been doing at home to keep yourself busy?
Nothing. Just
Have you been doing the 1 hour
podcasting.
walk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I go on like 2 walks every day because what else is there to do? But
yeah.
I'm
You need the
looking
fresh
for
air.
I know, I just need fresh air, and I'm looking forward to like hopefully on the 19th they get rid of the 5K thing, and then because I was
Yeah.
because it's my birthday soon, next week or the week after, I don't know. I think it's the week after, because we're doing a very special episode for my birthday.
We are.
Let's not
Oh.
reveal it, but um
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
um I like my friends who live close. I want to like see them around my birthday, but it's like I don't know if because you're only meant to have like from 2 households.
Yeah. So
Getting
5 people up to 2 households, but people are getting so confused by it, I think. Um,
It is very confusing.
it's confusing, but it does make sense. I think.
It
I
does.
think it makes sense. So
Totally.
you don't mingle from too many households and doesn't spread and whatnot.
Totally.
So,
Yeah. I just
but
think a lot of people like it's hard because everyone's like, well, these restrictions make no sense. We don't know like what to do and stuff. And it's like, well, I don't think the government ever really anticipates something like this happening.
no, and there's no handbook for it either. So they're just taking it week by week. So,
No. Well, there should be a handbook for it. There
well,
will be.
now they
There
should
will
be
be
writing it
now.
up. There will be. There will be for the next pandemic in 100 years. So,
Oh,
can you believe
yes.
it though that we've lived in a history, like our kids would be learning about the year 2020.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about it, and I'm like,
It's very
what if my
odd.
kids come up to me and say,
It's
yeah, and I just think, like, what if my kids come up to me and say, oh, we're learning about 2020, and I'm just like horrified. I'm like, oh my god, don't talk to me about that year. like PTSD from that year, because so much has gone
I
so
know
haywire. Like
it
it's just
really has. But also I just feel like it's like I know that we're in a pandemic, but like I don't know, it's very surreal. Do you feel that way?
It is surreal. Sometimes you wake up and it's like you become so used to it that it feels like the norm.
I
Like
know,
that's
it's
how
like, I
even
don't know how like normal life is going to be after this.
neither. I was thinking like, what's it like, getting together with friends and I don't know, like sitting around your bonfire and stuff. Like what was that like? Like how do we ever have
I
guests
know.
at our home? Like it's like I don't know. It seems crazy to think that it was ever like that.
It does. But I also think, I think I talked about this on another podcast, but I feel like this will change like the world and like society and how people interact. But I also
Yeah.
kind of feel like in Australia, or maybe it's just in Melbourne, I feel like when like things go back to normal, like people will go back to normal. Because like my roommate from Spain who lives in Sydney, like she on her story, she's just like out with people, she's just like doing all this stuff, and it's like I I know that we will be like that when the restrictions are lifted, but it's just very weird to think about. It's like in my mind, there's no way that will happen, but I think it will. I think things will go back to normal.
I think when it booms and like when we get back to normal, it'll really like pick up. Like you'll notice everything will go back to normal, and you won't even know what this felt like. Like it'll pick up as fast as what it went down, if that makes sense. Like it'll
Yes.
Yeah, I think it'll have a huge boom, and hopefully for jobs and everything as well. But
Well, yes.
yeah, I mean, all the
Hopefully.
graduates that are coming out of uni now, like
I know. Well, me. And I always call myself a graduate, even though I graduated like 2 years ago.
You are a graduate. You are. 2 years after, I'd call that a graduate. Like,
Yeah,
but,
sure. I feel like, well, we just pretend like this year hasn't happened. So really, it's like 1 year since I graduated.
Well, yeah, it's exactly right. This year wasn't a year of like proper opportunity. Let's be honest. Like,
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, what do? You can't go back in time. But Spain,
Very
Spain.
true.
Are you going back? Are you going back to Spain?
Well, it's funny actually. I was meant to, or I wanted to, and I applied, and then just recently, like a few days ago, I got an email and they like placed me in a school in Madrid. And I'm just like, I don't know, like they have a massive spike in cases in Spain now, like 10,000 a day or something, which is so weird
Wow.
compared to Melbourne, because we're like 10,000 cases, like the whole country would be locked down. You wouldn't leave your house.
Exactly.
But I would really like to go, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to happen. I think I would go like maybe 2022, maybe. I don't know. It's just hard because I loved it and I love Spain. Like I absolutely want to go back at some point, but it's just, I don't know. Like I remember being there in lockdown, and just thinking, well, when I go back to Australia from here, like I want to like start my life. I want to like get a job and like actually become an adult.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I went to Spain, not like to escape being an adult, but just kind of to be like, well, it's just a very simple life in Spain, and it's so different to here. And I imagine it's the same in like Italy. It's just in a lot of Europe, I feel like.
I can't speak. I've never been. Was supposed to go.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, I've never been. But yeah, I think life, from what I've heard from like grandparents and whatnot, life is simple in Europe. It's a lot more laid back. Like there's so much family. Like
very, very family oriented.
Very family oriented. It's a very European style. So
yes,
how good.
I know, but I just think like it's so different in maybe if we lived in like regional places, but in Melbourne I feel like it's very like business, go like work, earn money. And in Spain like they don't think like that. Maybe they do in like Madrid or Barcelona, because I was in a smallish type of town.
Probably like a more villagey type people. Like it's got more laid back and relaxed. Whereas the main cities, obviously, that's where all the work is.
Yeah. Well, where I lived it was like a city. It was like 400,000 people, which is still small, but it was
That's,
very,
that's still a lot of people.
it's still a lot of people. Like it was a, you know,
Yeah.
a big-ish place. But where I taught English, the town was tiny, like less than 10,000 people. And there I could
Damn.
just tell like they were just so like chill. It's very
Yeah.
weird for me because I feel like I'm like, if I'm not doing something, I get very bored. I'm like, I always have to be doing things. So
Yeah.
when I was there, I was like, not bored, but it's just it's just a different lifestyle. Just
Of
different.
course. But can you speak any Spanish now?
Sí, yo puedo hablar. I can, yes.
Oh, what's that mean? What's it mean?
Yes, I
Teach
can
me.
speak. I'm still doing Duolingo. Like I think I have like 100 days straight of doing Spanish, but like I already know when I was there, it was obviously better than now because when you don't use it, you lose it, you know? But like you speak some
Yeah.
Italian, don't you?
Not fluently, so I'm not gonna start looking out.
But you can,
Phrases.
are you like that
I can
person who's like, I can understand?
understand. I know like the gist of the conversation, but I'm also Maltese as well, so I can really understand Maltese. Like my grandmother used to, well, she still does speak to me in Maltese, and she'd always speak to my, like when I was there when I was younger, she always used to speak to my grandfather in Maltese, so I always picked
Oh,
up the language because I grew up with her a lot. My grandmother, like obviously when mum and dad were at work, I was with her and whatnot. So yeah, I know how to understand Maltese and Italian, but Maltese more so,
what
which
is
is
Maltese
funny.
like? Does it sound similar to Italian or I don't know?
Maltese almost sounds a little bit, it's got a bit of an Arabic feel to it. It's got it's very, it's not as like fluent and calm as the Italian language. It's very abrupt. So
Right. Like
like,
Greek,
yeah.
maybe?
Um, to be honest, I'm not sure. I think there's words though in Italian and Maltese that mean the same thing. Like there are a few words like sometimes my grandma might be like, oh, that's how you say it in Maltese as well, if it's in Italian. So
Oh.
there are similarities because obviously it's European. But yeah, it's a cool language. I like Maltese. But
I just
we're supposed
like,
to go there as well.
oh, true. Good old COVID
All the
ruined it.
opportunities.
But do you have
What do you
plans to
do?
like go back? I mean, it's so hard to like plan things now, but like you
Yeah,
want
of
to go back,
course.
right?
Oh, 100%. Like the moment there's a vaccine, I'd love to book a trip down there.
Same.
I want to see my family. My
Yeah,
family's all there too. So
that is
what can you
sad.
do? What can you do?
It's
I
just
know it
very,
is.
in my mind, I'm like, because I'm not spending any money because I'm just at home, I'm like saving and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm like saving for a trip. And it's like, I don't even know when I
Well,
would
what are we
even
saving for?
go.
I
Just
know,
saving for
right?
the
I
sake
know.
of
Just
saving,
saving
you
for
know?
saving. But no, I completely agree. What can you do? But what was that word you said before in Spanish? That phrase?
Which one? Yo puedo hablar. I can speak.
Yeah, I can speak. Can you teach me?
What else do you want to know? Um, Gato is cat.
Gato,
Perro is dog.
perro,
Can you not roll your R's? Rrr, rrr.
perro, perro,
Perro. Perro.
perro, perro, perro. That's fun. I like this language.
You'll get there.
Nice. Wait, tell me how to say
Oh God, here we go.
I love, oh, I don't know. I
I
love dogs.
love is yo, because yo is I, and love.
Your more.
What? What did you say?
I said your amour or something like that. Or am I thinking about French? Jo amour or something.
Je
Okay,
t'aime.
don't listen to me.
French is like je
I
t'aime.
don't know.
But no,
Okay,
in
never
Spanish,
mind me then. I don't know anything.
yo is I. But then to say I love you, I always found this interesting. It's so like the verb quiero means want, but
Kira.
in Spain they say I don't know if they also use it in like Latin America, but I obviously I've only been to Spain, so I can only judge based on that. But to say like I
Yeah.
love you, they say te, which is like you. They say te quiero, like I want you, but
Te
it actually
quiero.
means I love you.
Oh.
But like
What you
people,
means I love you.
but people say it to their family, like kids say it to their parents,
Oh.
which I thought was like they're saying I want you, but it's like no, it takes on different
That's like
meaning.
not right.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about money? Oh my god, I just realized that I'm on my mum's Zoom account and it says Angela Armstrong.
I saw that and I'm like, has Cal like done this name to like throw me
that's
off?
so funny.
It said Angela. I'm like, Angela. Hi, Ange. Shout out
I'm
to
gonna
Angela.
rename it. Hang on, I'm
Okay.
fixing it. There we go. Yeah, that's so funny.
Gold. I didn't even tell you because I thought it was just like a stage name or like your name.
No, because
I don't know.
I tried to log into my Zoom account and I couldn't remember the password, but I remember my mum's
Love
Zoom
that.
account, so I
Love
just
that.
used that.
Just
I was
okay,
gonna
why not?
ask, do you feel like you are a very like money oriented person? Like, do you care about money?
If you ask my boyfriend Jared,
Would he say yes, she does?
he would say yes. Well, because I wouldn't, not greedy, but yeah, like it's good. It's good to like have it.
Of course, but I
Like
meant
everyone.
like, is it something that you like think about? Do you think about, I want a job that earns a lot of money? Like, is that something that you are like cognizant of?
I mean, eventually, but I'm happy with working up towards it. Like I like experience too. Like sometimes you weigh up experience and, you know, like where I am at the moment. Like I'm still a student, so obviously, like you're
Totally.
not going to get this straight away. You work towards it. I believe in hard work makes the
I
dream
agree
work.
too. You have to
So
climb the ladder,
yeah,
you don't just
you
start
do.
off.
No, unless like you have things handed to you or you have really fantastic opportunities straight away. But the majority of people have to work up and work
Yeah.
up that corporate ladder, so to speak.
Yes.
But yeah.
I just
What
used to
about you?
think,
What do you think?
well, when I was younger, I always thought about money. I always thought like, oh, like when I finish uni, I'm going to directly go into a job and earn all this money. And then it's like, as you get older, you're like, no, that doesn't really happen. I mean, it happens for
It's
some
never
people.
how you picture it.
No.
It never happens how you picture it. Like I feel like when you're a kid, like I used to have like a little piggy bank.
Yeah.
Like that used to be like if I needed canteen money, it's like, shake the piggy bank. Like you know what I mean? Like when you're in primary school and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like you have,
I just think maybe it's our society, it like really pushes you to care about money. And as I get older,
yeah,
it's
of
like,
course.
well, like I was earning more money when I worked at a supermarket than I earned in Spain. But I would rather do that job in Spain forever than ever have to work in a supermarket again. So it's like, you have to like weigh up.
Exactly right.
Like I've reached the point now where I really think, obviously I want to earn some money, obviously. But I think
Well, yes.
yeah, it's like if I had to work a job that I hated and it earned a lot of money, as opposed to a job I loved and the pay was like half, I would obviously do the job I love. I feel like most people would do that.
Exactly right. No, 100%. I feel like experience always outweighs, or like, yeah, your love for something always outweighs just like a really fantastic paying job, if that makes sense. Like you have to enjoy it because at the end of the day, like you got to do what makes you happy. If you're miserable, then
Totally.
why do it? Like it's quality of life. That's fine.
I completely agree. But like, doesn't it suck when people just, I feel like some people are just lucky in life. Like I can think of a few people, I'm not going to name them, but
oh God.
that like I know or I went to uni with who just got like amazing jobs directly after they graduated. And I love how I say it's luck. And also it's like, well, maybe they just like were qualified. Maybe they had the right skills and I just don't.
Or I believe in right place, right time. Like
I believe in that too.
The right place, right time. Like
Yes.
sometimes things don't happen when you want it, and when you least expect it, things come along. Like I'm very like that. Like when things least, like when you're looking for something, that's when it comes up. Or, but then when you're really looking hard and want something, then there's nothing. Like I don't know.
Completely.
That's how I sometimes see it. So I reckon it's a lot of right place, right time for
Yeah,
graduates and stuff like
totally.
that.
But I've just been looking for a lot of jobs, obviously, since I got back from Spain and I'm in
Of course,
lockdown. And
yeah,
I, it's so hard to like not compare yourself to other people. Like, like I have a lot of friends, obviously, in the industry who have like great jobs. And it's like, I'm not jealous, but it's like, why, like, I don't know. I just kind of doubt myself. I'm
yeah,
like, well, why can't I get a job? But at the same, like I say, that's like one part. And then I also think like all these jobs I'm looking at and all this stuff, I don't none of them really spoke to me. None of them really were like, oh, I really want to do that. So at the same time, it's
yeah.
like, yeah, I think maybe when it happens, it'll happen, you know?
Exactly right. Exactly right. And yeah, the right thing will come around. You just have to be patient. Especially now, there's nothing.
I know.
I couldn't imagine there being a lot of jobs going in
No.
the media field, which is unfortunate. But was it you that said you wanted to go back and do your masters?
Yes. Well, I'm applying for my master's, which starts next year. And
Okay.
I was kind of worried about that because I was like, if it's all online, I don't want to do it. But
Yeah.
I have like friends at Melbourne Uni and they said that I think like in the next few weeks, they're like going back in and it's starting to like be okay again. So I'm like, hopefully
Yeah.
by next year, it'll be okay. But also like this, like what I'm applying for is like one of the most competitive, like prestigious master's degrees like in Australia. So probably not going to get
Seriously.
it.
Don't say that. Don't say it. Like you don't know yet. Have you applied? And what's the prereq?
Well,
What do you need?
the application process is just a nightmare. There's like,
Oh,
I had to write like a 1,000-word story. I had to like give 2 project proposals of movies I would make if I got in. I had to give like a 2-page director statement about how I see myself as a director, which was like the
that's
worst thing to
crazy.
write. It's like, I don't know. I want to be a director. I don't know what they want me to say. Like, and then
It's hard.
so I've done all of the written stuff, and then I have to take a series of 9 images based on a prompt that tell a story with like no words. And so I haven't done that, but like time's running out. Like it's due on Halloween, so
Okay, that's soon.
I
Ish,
need
isn't it?
to
When's Halloween?
the end of October.
30, is it 31st? I don't know
Yeah.
because we don't celebrate much yet, so I'm not sure. Okay, October 31st. I've really wanted to always celebrate Halloween.
I
I've
love
advertised
Halloween.
costumes. I know you do. You like tattoos of it, don't you?
No? What are you talking
Very.
about? Are you talking about
You have
this?
like a skeletal thing.
A skeletal thing. It's actually a skeleton on a skateboard, so.
I know. I've heard so many times. I just do it to roll you up.
But I
Oh,
love
thank
Halloween.
you.
But it's not for like a religious like celebration.
No, I'd love to do Halloween. Oh my god, I would dress up as like the best things. I
Have you
feel
never
like I'd
been to
go
like a
as
Halloween party?
no, not where I've dressed up. No, I haven't actually. Someone host one so I
Really?
can go, please. Yeah.
But do you have trick-or-treaters in your area? Like do they come and
So usually, like, definitely just get lollies ready in case. Last year, we only got a few in our estate where we are, and they just knocked on the doors, like, what, like, probably like a group of 5 kids, but
oh.
not much. So we get, that was like all we had. So it's not a big thing here, and I'm just get really cut about it, but like, I'm too old to do it now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a
Once you
kid. I
reach
mean, I'm a
like
kid at heart, but
yeah, you can't really be
22.
trick-or-treating as
Like,
trick-or-treating as an adult.
no,
But you live on an estate,
like, I love, yeah, in an estate.
like gated?
Yeah. No. I just call it an estate. Like it's like an estate of houses. I don't know how you. I don't
Interesting.
know. It's yeah. I'm not gonna say where I live, but
Yeah.
anyone
Yes.
listening? Like,
I love Halloween. I've had so many Halloween parties. Because Halloween's like close-ish to my birthday. Like,
I
although
was gonna say,
I haven't really had a Halloween party as an adult. The last one I had, I think, was in high school.
okay.
But
Yeah,
I've been
I've
to
never
Halloween
been to one.
parties as an adult.
Yeah.
Like I went to one, obviously not last year because I was in Spain. The year before that, I went to a
Yeah.
Halloween party. And because I have my ghost face costume, my Scream
Oh.
costume. So I just always wear that.
I would not be able to look at you in that and run away. But you know what I would go as? Have you
What?
seen Stranger Things?
Yes. The
You
Demogorgon?
know, in season 2. No, I'm the Demogorgon. How do you
Oh,
dress up as a Demogorgon?
I don't know.
That's pain in your face. No, I'd go as the Ghostbusters.
I do
It'd be
love a
so
group
iconic.
costume.
So iconic. I'd like, oh, this made my life when I saw them dress up as the
Wait,
Ghostbusters.
did you
So
have
cute.
like dress up days in high school and all that?
Dress up day, like Halloween or just in general?
Or just in general?
No, not many. All we really had was like casual clothes day. I remember like in year 12, we had no, was it a daggy day? I took it really far. I wore
I bet you did.
like my dad's like clothes.
Wait, is that what it's
Like,
called? Daggy Day?
yeah, we had daggy day. Well, we weren't allowed to have like a proper markup day because the time
It
like
also,
we're Catholic. We were a Catholic school. But,
true.
mm.
Maybe that's why you
What
didn't
do
have
you
a lot of
do?
dress ups. We had so many
Yeah,
dress up days. Like,
so lucky.
especially in year 12, we have at our school a thing where a day where the year 12s, you have to come dressed up as something like either the first letter of your first name or the first letter of your last name. So I came as like
Okay.
a convict for Charlie, obviously.
Holy convict.
Yeah, and yeah, we had a lot of dress up stuff. I don't know why.
Love
I just think
that.
public school obviously is very liberal with things like that. But did you have like athletics and swimming carnivals where you dressed up?
Yeah, yes, we did. You should remind me of that. Yeah, I went as, what did I go as? Swimming carnival, I think me and my friends just went in onesies. It was
Mm-hmm.
like a very last minute. I like cute things.
Love that.
Yeah, and when did I go? Athletics carnival, I can't remember what I think I just dressed up as like a runner or something really really funny. I don't know what I did. It was something really like loserish. But
I
yeah.
love that.
So
What did I go?
I used to be all right at running. I was good at athletics.
Yeah, I feel like you're a very
Jared,
athletic
stop
person.
laughing at me, Jared. Jared was listening to this. But no, I was because I'm small. I've got a good sprint. I'm just not very good
True.
at the hurdles because they're too high. Like I used to stack it with the hurdles. I'm like the whole school's watching, and I'm there like
Oh my
knocking over every
God.
single hurdle as I run. But yeah,
I
it was
love that
embarrassing.
image.
Yeah.
What did I go as in? I think for our athletics carnival, I think I went as it was something Mexican themed, which I think is cultural
That's
appropriation.
cool.
Sorry. I wouldn't do it again. That was high school was a long time ago.
Oh my god.
And for my swimming
No comment.
carnival, I have this costume where it's like a cowboy, but it's where you have like it inflates, like the bottom half inflates, and it looks like I'm
That's
riding
so
a
cute.
horse.
Oh yes, someone came like that from my school too.
Yeah.
That is
Everyone
great.
loved
That
it.
is
Like
great.
all the kids would be like, "Oh my God, can we take a photo with you?" I was like, "Oh, of course,
That
I'm
is so.
famous."
The one day you get to be famous. It's like yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think
I
I was meant to
would.
go to a Halloween party, like a New Year's Eve party that was Halloween themed, but for some
That's random.
reason I didn't go. Do you like New Year's
Fair
Eve?
enough. Yeah, I love New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, like, because you know what I like about New Year's Eve? I could go on about this for
Here we
ages.
go.
It's kind of like, it's the beginning of a new not new you, like you're always gonna be the same self, but like if you've had like not a great year and you want to start over or you want to start fresh. I mean, like I always say, like, oh yeah, like I'll go to the gym every day, work out, and then I do it for like 2 days. And like,
I see. I have a massive problem with like resolutions because I think.
Oh no, I don't do resolutions anymore.
Yeah, good.
I think it's stupid. Yeah,
I think it's stupid. You should just have goals in life.
Yeah,
you don't need.
that's what I mean. Like you just. But I like New Year's Eve because it's a feeling of like new beginnings. Not new beginnings, but I can't explain it. It's just it's a very happy time. It's like, you celebrate the year you've had, like with the ups and downs or
It is, yes. What did you do for New Year's Eve last year?
Oh, New Year's Eve last year was probably the best New Year's Eve I've ever had. So yeah. Jared invited me to a his. It was
a what?
Yeah, like a New Year's Eve party. It was a New Year's Eve party
at his house.
It was a New Year's Eve party, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was so good because they had a DJ. Do you know Dom Dollar?
He was there.
The DJ Dom Dollar. Yeah, Dom Dollar was the DJ. I felt like I was Justin Bieber.
Oh my God. Wait, was this in someone's like apartment?
Yeah, so I won't say exactly where he lives. But yeah, it was it was in like a high building.
Wait, how many people were there?
It wasn't an overly packed thing. It was like, I don't know. I'd say probably reach its max of 100. That's still a lot, isn't it?
Oh, that's lit.
It was fun, Chaz. It was really fun. Don't mind me like sneaking off that. It's just because I've got really bad. I've got really bad hay fever right now.
I have sneeze, like, shocking hay fever.
Oh, I might sneeze again now, but that's fine. I'm going to keep it in. Just keep saying pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
I do that too. I do that too.
You say pineapple? I say pineapple. I'm just like, pineapple.
My God. But do you have any other New Year's Eve, previous New Year's Eves that you can remember that were good or bad?
Previous New Year's Eves. What did you do before? I used to always, as a kid, this was fun. I always used to go with my family. We always used to go to the city and watch the fireworks in Docklands. We used to make like a night out of it. We used to have like ice creams, everything. Like, it used to be so much fun. But there was always so many people in the city. So I remember like by the end of the night, my dad like had me on his shoulders because he didn't want me getting stampeded. There's so many people.
So many. I remember I went with some of my friends, I think in year 11, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it year 11? Or maybe it was year 12. I don't know. No, I think it was year 11. And it took us so long to get in there because, like, I mean, my house is kind of far-ish from the city anyway. And then I remember we got in there at like 11:30, tried to just find somewhere to like watch the fireworks, and then we ended up like in Burrung Ma, which was fine, but there was just so many people there.
It's ridiculous. It's so packed.
It was shocking. So we were there, watched the fireworks, and then I was like, because I'm always so responsible, I was like, okay, guys, we need to leave like now because there's going to be 10 million people like trying to get into Flinders Street. And then we like walked back up trying to get into Flinders Street and like shoulder to shoulder, like could not move. And then I was with like 6 people, I think. And we were like trying to get the escalator down to like our platform. And somehow like half of us got separated. And there were so many people. There were people like climbing over each other on the escalator trying to get down. People like fell off the escalator, like onto the platform.
No.
And yeah,
no.
And there were like police everywhere. And then we like dived into a carriage and there were just still people trying to get on, and like the doors were closing, and then people were like getting their arms stuck, and then they had to like open the doors again. And then we sat on the train, like not even moving from Flinders for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, they do that. I think last year that's how because I was in the city too, and I think we to catch. Yeah, we did. We caught the trains home, and it was ridiculous. Like we were probably waiting at the station for like an hour and a half. with that. Like
Torture. I would never do it again.
it was torturous.
Ever.
But then Uber, then you want to order an Uber or
Oh,
a
yeah, you
taxi or
can't.
something, and then
That's
they
why
quadruple the price.
I think if you're going to do something in the city, you need to like just stay there. You need to have accommodation.
You do, or you need to, like, I don't know how you're going to get this, but somehow find a park. Or like someone drive, or
Maybe if you drive your
That's it,
car
that's-
there like 3 days before and you just leave you just leave it there.
I was just have to say that's actually not a bad idea. Like, just
It's
park it
actually
somewhere.
not.
That's actually, but then someone's going to be the designated driver,
True, that's always the struggle. I've
and
had
that's an
some
argument no one wants to have.
Oh, it is always an argument. I've had some very I feel like my New Year's Eves are always amazing or just the worst.
Like a flop.
An
Okay.
absolute flop. Like my New Year's Eve last year, because I was in Barcelona, was amazing.
Yeah.
And like I made all these friends and we were at this like massive nightclub and like that was fun.
So good.
The year before that, not so great, was when I was in Bali. I feel like I've told you that story.
I think you have. It's all right. You don't have to tell me again. I think I know what
No,
you're...
I've already told it on the podcast, but I've told it like 10 times. But basically, we're at a club and my friend fainted. And then we took her to the emergency room and then we just left.
Oh.
The whole
Does not
trip
sound
itself was
fun.
just a disaster. And then the year before that, where was I? I don't know. I've had like in year 12, I spent my New Year's Eve at a club because like my birthday's in October, so I just like turned 18. So that was fun. And then
Very fun.
yeah, I don't know. I don't really like New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it's like this year won't be a good New Year's Eve because
No.
although it'll be a good feeling to get out of 2020.
Won't
it?
Yeah. I think it will feel good if like things improve and then like on the 1st of January everything's magically better, which isn't going to happen. But if that happened, that would be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
agree.
know.
I reckon
like,
that'll be the time.
What's going to happen this year for New Year's Eve? Like,
well, they've already said I don't think they're doing fireworks. I'm upset because I live for the fireworks.
I actually was reading. I think they are doing the fireworks, aren't they?
Are they? Well, I don't know. I heard like rumors saying, you know, they might not do it because, you know, then people might gather and, well, it depends on the restrictions. If everything's back to normal, well, then you can do fireworks. But I don't know. I think this year maybe give it a miss because, like, obviously with everything going on, you don't
because
want
even if you are allowed to like be out and do stuff, you're going to have to wear a mask. The mask thing is going to be in effect for a long time. So it's like, I don't really, who could be bothered wearing a mask? And like, oh.
I know. What do you do? But I feel safe with the mask on, I must admit.
So do I, but I just
out.
mean, I don't want to be in like a normal social setting and have to wear a mask. I'd rather just not go.
I know. Well, it's going to be awkward. Like, what happens if you go to a restaurant and you need to eat?
See, that's what I don't really get because like, yeah. And it's like, oh, you should wear a mask when you like walk into the restaurant, when you sit down and eat. You don't have to. It's like, I understand, like I'm like the most pro mask person on earth, but it is just sometimes like, well,
how does this work?
Yeah, because like on my flight back from Spain, we had to wear masks the whole time, except when they like gave us meals. And it's like, well, you know, if we had like 3 meals on like, how long was the flight? Oh my God, that was like 19 hours. That was torture.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Horrible. And I was like, well, like 3 meals, like you could just slowly eat your meal and so you don't have to have a mask. Or I don't know. I just think it's hard.
I know. Can you hear that?
No, was it high pitched?
No, someone just started their lawnmower.
Oh no! I can't.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, good. No, just maybe because you know the neighbourhood always has to do funny things at funny times. That's right.
Of course. I have some questions for you.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm just sick of talking about coronavirus. Every podcast I have, I always say, "Well, I'm not going to talk about coronavirus," and I always end up talking about it because, like, what else is there to talk about?
It's like the the bane of our existence.
It is. Do you remember the first time that we met, or do you have any first impressions of me?
I was actually thinking, is Charlie going to ask me this question? And I thought about it. So the first time we met, we were in this little room. It was a shoot at uni.
Yes.
And I didn't know. I met you and Shruti and Amy. Shout out to
but not on the same day.
I have a different memory then. Wait.
That must have been after, because what happened was, I think the first week of uni, I think Shruti was there.
Speak.
No, we didn't speak, but I think you, Shruti, and Amy like made your group for the.
Yes. So we had a group we had to, which is what we ended up doing on medicinal cannabis. I think it was. Our story, that was that one.
Yeah.
And that was a good story, by the way. And yeah, you weren't there in that shoot. I can't remember why.
No, I think I was there, but I don't know why, but I just didn't join a group for some reason.
You were that person's like, I want to work alone. I don't know. I think you wanted to work alone.
Maybe I
did. I don't know.
Maybe I did.
I think you did, and then the teacher was like, no, I think you have to join a group. And then we made a group of 3, and I think we added you on Facebook and said, oh, hi, this is, we're your group. We'll introduce ourselves.
Yes, but you're missing a part of the story.
All right, go. I don't know. I'm like Dory the fish. I'm very bad memory.
In the second week, Shruti wasn't there, but I remember the teacher was that Darren? I think he was the teacher of that.
Yeah, yes, he was.
Yes, he was like, oh, who doesn't have a group? And then I said, I don't have a group, but I would like to join their group. Like pointing to you and Amy. Because Shruti wasn't there. And then I think you were both like, yeah, you can join our group, but we have another girl who's like part of it, but she's not here today. And then and then after that, I think we added each other on Facebook or whatever. And then the next week, so week 3, I vividly remember, like I talked about this in my podcast with Shruti, we were like, you and Shruti and Amy were sitting on those little couches, like outside the elevator. You remember where that is?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You were sitting there, and then I like came in before class and I sat down with you and we were just like talking about stuff. And then I remember you were in the middle and then Shruti was on the other side of you. And then
great memories.
I really do. We were just like talking, and then I have this really bad habit, and I'm like trying to fix it, where like I will join a conversation, but I don't like introduce myself. I don't say like, hi, my name's Charlie, like what's your name? And so I didn't do that to Shruti, but we were just talking, and then I remember I like leaned over and I was like, oh, I'm Charlie, by the way. And then she said, I'm Shruti. And then the rest is history. And then we really bonded when we made our ad, and that was it.
The ad? And then remember that time we spent hours in McDonald's?
Yeah, that was after we did the ad.
Yeah, that was after, but like that was like when we all really started like hitting it off.
Was. We talked about
such good,
very deep topics.
Well, we did. Let's not go into those topics. So it was everyone was in very different stages of their lives back then. Just saying, but yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That's not what I was. When this podcast is over, I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking about.
Please do, and I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm so keen. But yeah, no, that was fun. That was lots of fun.
It was fun. We always had fun at uni. And then, although I feel like we actually didn't have that many classes together.
No, because we're different majors.
Yeah.
You always media industries. I was journo. I think Shruti was journo. Journo or media industry?
I think she was journalism originally, and then she changed to media.
She changed, yeah.
But I remember we did have some classes together. I remember we did the Kirsten Jackson story.
Yeah, we did. That was fun.
What class was that? That was
not broadcast. AJ. Oh no,
Yes. I think it was. It wasn't
Kirsten Jackson.
multimedia. Was it
No, it wasn't
multi?
multimedia because I
No.
was in a group with Jared with that one.
Ah. It started with A. But it wasn't advanced. Was it advanced journalism production?
No, I wasn't in any of your classes for advanced journal. I did them all last year.
I feel like it started with
What
A
was
though.
it?
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
I need to figure this out.
Oh my god.
We're gonna be it forever. I won't remember it.
Yes.
I'm like, don't worry. But
Yeah, we did
I said it one more
that.
time.
We did that, which was so much fun.
And we did. Was it the interview?
I think so.
Learning how to interview. I think that was me and you.
Where Shruti never came. She was with us, but she like never came to the class.
I think.
The
I don't
interview,
know.
that subject was that was my worst subject in like the history of uni. I think I got a D.
I don't think I did fantastic.
I just
harsh in that subject.
Very harsh. I just think the teacher didn't like me for whatever reason. But yeah, I miss uni so much. I miss just like working with people and collaborating.
I miss everything that involves social interaction. I miss like just
same.
You need some of that.
Fully same. But no, do you have a specific feeling about when we first met? Were you like, oh my god, he's an asshole, or?
No, when we first met, I knew that like I don't have a lot of guy friends. So I was like, this will be so great. Like, because I came from an all girls. So I was like, oh, this is so good. Like, you know, I'm gonna make friends with, you know, guys. It's gonna be fun. I've always wanted like a really close guy friend. And I'm like, oh,
now you have a lot of guy friends.
But now I do. Well, uni, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
When you go all girls, you don't need boys. But like I was like, yeah, he's such a good guy. Like he's so much fun. He's such a hoot.
Thank you.
Like,
and then you got to know me, and you were like, oh, he's actually evil.
Then you started doing something. I was always like, Charlie, like I questioned you. I'm like, please. What is that? Like, what are you actually thinking? Like, what is that sick mind? No. I'm joking.
What is that sick mind? Oh my god.
Sick mind thinking? But like, no, like it was. You are like who you are, and I love it. Like you don't care about what other people think. I am a unique individual. You are unique. You're a specimen. You're a unique specimen, and I appreciate that. I think it's great.
I don't really have a. Like, I just remember you always being nice. Like, I don't remember anything, like, negative or...
Yeah.
Although I do feel like...
Was I annoying?
No. I was going to say, I feel like maybe...
Sometimes I can be controlling.
I was going to say, I think you were, like, overly stressed sometimes. But, like,
well, that's me. Yeah, but I was always trying to, like, get the group together and, like, be like, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. I was, like, very...
Of course. I remember
I'm not a control freak.
Yeah, so am I. When we made our Kirsten Jackson thing, I don't remember... I mean, there was beef. Do you remember the beef?
No, shit, I don't remember the beef. I don't...
Yes, because there was you, me, Jared, Shruti, and someone else.
Oh, yes, I remember the beef. I don't remember their name, but I don't know.
Don't remember their name.
Okay, I don't remember.
But
oh no, yes I do. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I just feel like it's like I miss that part of uni as well, which I know makes me a psycho. I don't miss like the beef, but I miss the like the back and forth of, especially when you're editing something, it's always like high stress and there's always too many cooks in the kitchen. There's always too many people trying to give their opinion and like blah, blah, blah. And especially like, because I remember some of us for that were not on the same page, and that's very difficult. When you're trying to do a production and edit things, if you aren't all like cohesive, it's a problem.
Well, I remember for the editing part, because editing was never my strength. I was more of a writer, interviewer type person. Yeah, I remember like I let you do your thing for that, and I was like, cool. Like I had pure faith in you. I don't think I said anything about it, or did I? I don't know. I can't remember.
No, I was just going to say that I remember we edited that video. I'll link the video below, people, if you want to go watch it. We edited it in like sections and then we put it all
Yep.
together. And I remember that someone had like completely changed one of the sections, like completely edited differently to how we had done it. I also feel like the like group dynamics are very interesting when like you're in a group with people, and I feel like this has happened to me actually a few times where I end up in a group with people where we're all friends, but there's one person who's like not friends with us. And I do feel kind
And
of
it's
bad
just
because
like,
it's like they and like sometimes they integrate and sometimes they become like part of the friendship group. But also it's like it's hard to like break into that if you're not friends with people.
because especially like obviously the friends are all going to be on each other's side when it comes to like pitching ideas and stuff, and the
Totally.
other person might be like, oh, like that's not how I like to do things. I don't know, because we had a way of doing things, so like we knew that you would probably do most of the editing part of it, like that digital side,
Yeah.
whereas I think it was me and Shruti did all the interviewing on the day and we're in the videos and stuff like that. Like we did a lot of that stuff, so it's kind of like everyone had their roles and we all knew each other's strengths and weaknesses, whereas other people were like, you know, what is your strength, what is your weakness? Like, we don't know. Like,
Yes.
put yourself somewhere.
Very true. And like I miss that, but also I don't miss doing group projects with people who do nothing. That's the worst part of uni, for sure.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
I don't know words. I could go on about this for years, but like, oh, it was just some things that I did. I was like, oh my God, like, why? Like, why? How did you get into this degree? Like,
I thought that too. I was like, what? I'm just like, why are you here if you're not going to do any work? Like, why?
yeah,
just why?
that's the thing. Yeah, just, and there were a few where it's like, well, you have no choice but to do the work. And sometimes I'm that person that just does it anyway.
Same.
I'm like,
I'm just like,
I'll do the work.
I don't trust other people. I'm like, if I leave it to you, something's going to go wrong. I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, especially when you're in your group mark. And I'm like, group mark. Your mark reflects my mark. So
I hate that. I hate group
So,
markings.
yeah.
I think everything should be marked individually.
But then you'll have to, I think there were a few like that, and we had to like
Peer
mark
review.
each other.
Or
Yeah,
peer review. That stuff.
Yeah. I remember in one of my assignments, I was doing it with Jared, right? And I think we were together at the
I was gonna
time.
say, like, how is it like working with your boyfriend on projects? Is there beef? I want to know. Give me the tea.
No, there wasn't beef. I loved working with Jared. We like had very good brains at work together.
Yeah.
Like he's very smart.
He is.
He's very smart. Like I honestly, before I met him, I was like, I did not realize he was that smart. Like he was writing things. I remember for our AJ, what was it? No, multimedia. We were in a group and we had to do an assignment on, we had to pick a topic, any topic. And of course, it's my AFL topic, right? And I'm just like, okay, like this is going to be fun for me because it's not I don't do sports.
Yeah.
And he pretty much like he carried that group, and I was like, you know what, you're the man. Like he was really good, and like we worked together for, I think it was for that subject and a few ones after that, and like it was good because if we were doing assignments or whatnot, like we could, you know, talk about things, or if we were in class we had trouble with things, like we'd help each other. It was good, but sometimes like our time was always at uni.
Yeah.
I remember at one point, and then once he graduated, it was fine. But like, no, I enjoyed it.
Interesting. That's good. Love you, Jared. You legend. But yeah, I don't know. I like working in a group, but at the same time, I love being in control. I need to be like the leader of the group.
I know. Whenever we have to like do roles or something, Charlie, you always put your hand up and be like, oh, okay, I'll be the leader, or I'll be the director. Always the director.
Of course. I have to be the director.
You're always with the director. And I'm like, okay, Charlie,
But another question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, because you are doing a double degree in media and law, is there one side that you like more? I think I asked Shruti this as well.
At the moment, it's law.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do my practical legal training soon to
Oh.
become a solicitor. So I'm going to take that path. That's only because I'm in the field at the moment, and I really love what I do. So I feel like that pushed me more in that direction. Last year, I did a lot of media because it was my last year of my media degree. I did so much media, like internships, roles, like where I was, I did so many things for media that I fell in love with it. And I was like, oh, like I could see myself in it. And I was getting such good grades. Like I was like, okay, well, I could see myself in this. But then once I got the job I'm in now, I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna stick with this because I really enjoy it and I can see myself in it. But I feel like it just depends on where I'm at that point in my life.
Yeah. I just feel like a
At
lot
the
of
moment,
people, when they, especially with law, I think, when they do law and something else, they always go to law. They always end up working in law.
well, when you spend law is a very heavy degree. Like there's so much studying involved. You wouldn't want to do it and then decide, oh, I'm going to do.
Totally.
I don't know. I mean, it's up to preference. But to
No,
me,
I totally get that.
And I'm not doing law because I think, oh, like, I want to do law. I'm doing it because I want to do law. Like I've wanted to do it since I was year 11, since I did legal studies. I've always loved it. So
Well, that's good. You should always do
what
what
I
you
see myself
enjoy.
in.
I also feel like
and if you,
with law, it's like the career path is more direct, whereas with media, so vague, so like not. That's the one thing that I really like. I don't like about not. I think maybe I just didn't like it about the degree is that it's just so like it's just so open. Like you can work anywhere, but at the same time, you kind of feel like, well, like I often think I'm like, what did I even learn at uni? Like I feel like I learned like bits and pieces of things, but I feel like when you study law, it's more. I have all this knowledge about law and I can apply it, and I don't feel like that with media. Would you agree with that?
media is a lot more practical. There's more. I don't know. Media was very, you're right. You learn so many different things. Like you do broadcast, you do design, you do media industry stuff. You do so much of everything that it's kind of like it confuses you as to what path you want to take. But I know what you mean. Like especially now with like social media, that's like a huge thing because there's so many jobs in that. I think a lot of people that I know who've graduated have gone to social media roles.
Same.
For companies, and I think that's really good. Like, I mean, we learned a lot about social media in the degree, but I know it's not as direct. I know what you're saying. Like law, you learn the content and you can actually apply it in some way or another. But then again, like say I do property law, doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to use that in like if my job doesn't involve property law, I'm not going to do property law. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't use everything that you've learned. You literally just get a whole big synopsis of everything and you take it with you. Like it's a lot to maintain.
Of course. But I love that for you. If I ever have any legal problems, I'll be going to you.
Okay.
And Shruti and all my legal friends.
100%.
But before we end, I was reading an article today, and I thought it would be interesting to talk about because I know you love pop culture as much as I do, but basically this stylist, like in Hollywood, came out on TikTok and she was describing the worst celebrities she's worked with and the best celebrities she's worked with. So I thought we should go through and see what she said. I don't have TikTok, so I'm just like, it's from an article.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I know you love TikTok, but...
I know. Oops. Guilty pleasure.
Basically, she said that the worst people that she worked with were Jessica Alba. You know her?
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yes. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Who else? Have you seen the new Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland?
Is that the one with not Emma Roberts?
No. Emma Stone. No.
Emma Roberts. I'm very sorry.
No. Like you haven't seen the Tom Holland Spider-Man?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't.
Okay, well, basically there's an actress in that who plays his aunt, and she apparently is really horrible. And this woman says that these people are just really mean at Katherine Heigl, which I feel like everyone on earth says that Katherine Heigl is mean.
Yeah, I feel like she just looks mean.
But like she's just like known as a diva. Like obviously she was on Grey's Anatomy, and you know all about the Emmy drama? Probably not. Basically,
yeah, a little bit.
she was nominated for an Emmy for her role in Grey's Anatomy, and she rejected the nomination because she said the writing on the show is horrible, and I don't think that it's like Emmy worthy. And like no one does that. No one like rejects an Emmy. No one says like, no, I don't want it. So
that's
people
like a huge thing.
But it's just like, just accept it, you know?
Yeah, like why do you have to make a big like? Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Made a big hole of herself, but.
So this part, this is about Jessica Alba. I was reading this and I was like, Jessica Alba is a psycho.
Okay, go hit me. I like her. She's in Fantastic Four.
I love her. And I also feel like she looks very nice. So it's very weird to hear this about her. But the stylist said, Jessica Alba loves to rub hummus on her dress and play mind games with you. And she does things where she talks to you, but she won't look you in the eye. So you don't know that she's talking to you. But the hummus on the dress? What is that?
Does she like want to like eat herself? Like, I don't know. Like, what is that?
What?
No, I came out wrong. She was really love hummus.
No, I think it's more like to be an asshole to the stylist. Like, oh, I'm gonna make this dress all dirty. But like, how?
Oh, I didn't think of that, but yeah, that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. Why does my brain think like that? Anyway,
yeah, what is your brain? And
I don't know what my brain is.
And then she gets to like the nice people. So she said that George Clooney, Carrie Underwood, all very nice. She says that Carrie Underwood, she was working with her for, you know Carrie Underwood? Yeah.
Yeah.
She was working with her for a day, and at the end of the day, she said that Carrie Underwood like put her hands on her shoulders and like looked into her face and said, "Thank you so much for the job you did today. I really appreciate it." I was like, that's so nice.
I could see her doing that.
I could see her doing that too. And then, you know, Modern Family?
Yeah.
Ariel Winter, who plays Alex? Not Haley, not the older sister, the younger sister.
Oh, yeah, the one with the glasses. Yeah.
Yes. She said that she was very nice. She said that she always thanked her for her work, and then she gave her a phone number even. How nice of her. And then this one. This is the last celebrity she mentions, which I know you are going to love. I want you to guess, okay? So she said that this celebrity was the nicest person that she's ever met in her entire life. Nicest celebrity, best person she's ever worked with. So I want you to guess who it is. It's a girl.
Ariana Grande.
No.
Taylor Swift.
No.
Oh, Selena Gomez.
Yes.
Why didn't I say that first? I just like it.
No, I was like, when I said that, surely Steph will get. Like, she loves Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
but that doesn't surprise me at all. Selena Gomez seems very nice.
You know what I want to... I just want to sit down with her over a coffee and just chat about life, because she seems so wise. Like, she knows how to handle everything. Like, she's been through so much, yet she just gets back up, and she always looks like a queen. And
she does. I love her. I don't think she makes the best music. Are you a fan of her?
Look. Yeah, I mean, I'm a salinator, so yeah. But but I mean, like, I like Rare. The new album Rare is...
I haven't listened to it, but I've seen people online. It's very like, you either love it or you hate it.
She's so good. I want to almost play it now, but it's too far. Like, I think Rare is a good album. I love her stuff on Rare. The older one's a bit... You could tell she was trying to escape that Disney music stuff.
But I love Come and Get It.
Oh, when you're ready, come again.
Iconic. Or
Yeah.
what's the one? The music video where she was a maid.
Oh, tell me something.
Yes, I love that you knew from that reference.
So good. That was from another Cinderella story. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yes. No, but what's the album where she had The Heart Wants What It Wants? That was before Rare, I think.
That was.
Look it up.
I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a look. I'm pretty sure Heart Wants.
I really like that song.
Yeah, it's about Justin Bieber. Like, I mean, yeah. Oh, it's called For You. It didn't like hit off that album. It wasn't a huge one, but yeah, she's made some rippers. Rare is Revival. I went to that tour.
I think I have listened to Revival. I like that. Was that the one with
Revival's
Bad Liar?
Good. No, Bad Liar was just a single. This one had like Hands to Myself, Good for You, yeah, Kill 'Em with Kindness. She was so cute in concert.
Was she?
She's so good. She always gave such inspirational speeches. She's like, you know what? You know, love yourself. You know, and like all this stuff. Like, and I was like, you know what? I do. Thank you. Like, she was beautiful. Like, and she came out looking like. Please take that out.
No, that's staying in.
All my singing and all my like.
No,
accents.
it's staying in. No, I love Selena Gomez. I love. Have you seen that video? I don't remember who the journalist was, but she's an Australian and she shows Selena a video of like
she cried.
Yes, one of her biggest fans in Australia. I think I cried when I watched that. I was like, that's so nice. Yeah, she was like, this is too much. Why are you doing this?
She's like, why are you doing this? Take it away from me. And she goes, this is why I do what I do.
Yeah. Which I love because I feel like some celebrities like just don't give a shit about their fans.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm here to make money and that's it. Whereas she's very like, she's all for the fans. And I'm like, you are. Oh,
she is. And also, do you remember Christina Grimmie?
I do. Yeah. Didn't she sing a song for her or something? She was really close.
Well, I listened to this podcast that Christina did a long time ago. And she said that like Christina wasn't living in LA, but she went out there to like record something. And Selena was like, oh, just come and live with me. And she invited like Christina's whole family to just come and live with her at her house. And she said that like when they would be sitting around, Selena would be like, oh, like, do you guys want anything? And she would like make them food and like make them drinks. And like she said that she didn't have like a staff making it. Selena just did it.
That's crazy.
Which I love that.
She's a goddess. Like, she's gorgeous. And she's actually a really good actor. Like, I think
she is. What's that movie with Paul Rudd? What?
Oh, she made one with Blake Mesa too. Oh, yeah, it was like The Fundamentals of Caring.
Yes. Oh, you are such a Selena stan. I love it. Yeah, I love that movie. And also Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, that's one with Blake Mesa, where she saves up all the money to go to Paris.
Yes.
And then she pretends to be that Cordelia.
I do. I like that movie. But yeah,
I'm
anyway.
a big fan.
We stand Selena. Do you want to plug your social media, or you don't want people to follow you? Are you private?
Yes, I am. I'm just thinking.
Oh, well,
yeah, on Insta.
If you're private, then
that's a Facebook purpose.
Yeah, kind of.
I have Are you talking about Insta, Facebook, Twitter, or?
Obviously, I don't want people to add you on Facebook. Yeah, you can plug your Twitter. What's your Twitter?
Yeah, my Twitter's. I prefer my Insta. What?
Okay, plug the Insta.
Okay, what do you mean? How do I do this?
Just say, follow me at.
Okay, follow me at. Oh my God, what's my? Is it Steph or Stephanie? At Stephanie. No, Stephanie Archery. I changed my username.
All one word.
All one word. Stephanie with the PH, not the F. Stephanie Archery. ARTURI.
URI. Do people spell Stephanie with an F?
Yeah, people still, all the time. I get so many F's in my name. It's like not even.
Interesting.
I get so triggered.
Well, listeners, you can follow me on Instagram at Twitter at Charlie Wright, but Charlie has 2 R's in it. And you can follow the show on Instagram at Always Wright Podcast. And I always post updates when I post an episode. But
And
Steph,
subscribe to the link below.
yes,
Did you do that?
subscribe. Please do. Yes, of course.
Subscribe to the link below and make sure you put the link below. Okay? Because I always see the YouTubers do it. So I'm like, let's do it.
I love that.
All
Thanks
right,
so much. But Steph, thank you so much for being here today. Did you have fun?
That's all right. I had the best time. I feel like I just had a huge D&M sesh with you, and I'm ready to do it again.
I love
whenever
it.
you want me back on.
Of course, you come back on anytime. I need content. But we have that special episode coming out soon, so everyone will...
We do.
wig. People have to wait for that. But yes, until next time, thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.